The Rock is a complete and total coward. He has no spine whatsoever. Now, a lot of people on social media are seeing this clip and they're having a really good time with it. Oh, this is so funny. The Rock can't even think of one friend that supports Joe Biden. The reality of it is that The Rock supports Joe Biden. The Rock publicly came out in 2020 and put his full backing behind Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. He absolutely did that. Now, if The Rock wanted to sit here today and say, hey, I did endorse this guy and I was completely wrong. I completely screwed up. The world is a disaster. The country is a disaster. And I really wish I could do that one over again. If he was willing to say that right here, right now, and then follow up with saying Donald Trump is clearly the best man for the job, I'd have no problem with it. But the fact is The Rock wants to pretend that he didn't fully endorse Joe Biden and help lead us down the path that we are on right now. So no, I have no respect for The Rock. I have zero respect for him whatsoever. Let's listen to the clip that is making the rounds, and then we will talk about it a little more.
When I was a kid, you could have a Republican friend. Like, it was no big deal.
Yes.
It's no big deal. Like, oh, Bobby likes George Bush. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? You were a supporter of Bill Clinton. He liked George Bush. Nobody cared. Nobody, fuck you. You know, it wasn't like you're a Nazi. Like, I'm a Nazi. I just want lower taxes.
What the fuck are you talking about?
How did I become a Nazi?
Dude, it's the craziest thing. I have friends who support Trump. I have friends who support Biden. I have friends.
Do you really have friends who support Biden?
I do.
Come on.
No. Here's what I do. I have friends. Thank you. That's a good check because that's important. This is important context.
They support the Democratic Party.
I have friends who are loyal to the party.
Yes. When I was a kid.
Really, Rock? So it's just friends that support the party. That's all it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's just friends that support the party. Now, of course, I called this out a couple years ago right here. There is nothing better than seeing a Hollywood celebrity get smacked with reality, and that's exactly what happened to The Rock, potentially the biggest star in Hollywood. And it's a beautiful thing to see what happened to him on his Instagram page after openly supporting Joe Biden and Kamala Harris for president. And his whole entire comment section was full of Trump 2020. That's all his comment section was. There were 20, 30, 40,000 likes for every comment that was a pro-Trump comment, and he was getting roasted. Here's a video of it where he's basically, this is where he's endorsing. Now look at the like to dislike ratio on this video. 841 up to 2,000 or 2,900 down. And here's the guy who, man, I didn't know anything about Joe Biden.
Happy Sunday, everybody. Just a little bit more. Now, look, I've got friends in all parties, but the one thing that we can always agree on is the conversation and the dialogue, and where that conversation lands is always the most critical part. Now, this is something that I've certainly not done in the past, so I'm going to go big. You guys know me. If I go big. So, guys, I had the opportunity to sit down with Vice President Joe Biden and Senator Kamala Harris to talk about a number of important issues that we're facing as a country. I thought it was a great and extremely productive conversation that we had. And as a registered independent for years now with centrist ideologies, I do feel that Vice President Biden and Senator Harris are the best choice to lead our country, and I am endorsing them to become president and vice president of our United States.
Thanks, Rock. Now again, this is the same Rock that wants to pretend like I don't know anyone that supports Biden anymore. Even though you, with your mega celebrity status and your hundreds of millions of followers around the world, had no problem standing up in front of a camera like a clown and fully endorsed Joe Biden. And now here you are with it all crumbling down. You want to act like you never did that. I have zero respect for The Rock as a person. Now, as an entertainer, I'm a huge wrestling fan, at least old school wrestling fan. The Rock's one of the best ever. And, seeing him in a WWE or WWF ring, whatever you want to refer to it as, it's still magic. And going back to the Attitude Era is incredible. But I just look at him as someone who has absolutely no backbone or spine whatsoever. And he has no real opinions of his own. And I actually did tweet about this because, our boy Benny Johnson tweeted this out, and I retweeted it. And I said, The Rock fully and publicly endorsed Biden in 2020 and trashed Trump supporters. He's a spineless coward with no real opinions. And that tweet's doing pretty good right there, actually. And I stand by that. I will continue to stand by that. The Rock has no real opinions of his own. He is bought and paid for. And he's only doing this because it's convenient for him to do it. Because pretty much everyone has abandoned Joe Biden. The Rock stands for absolutely nothing. The Rock is a coward. The Rock will repeat whatever NPC talking points that he's allowed to repeat, but that's it. The reality of the situation is that Donald J. Trump is the best person for the job, always has been the best person for the job, and no one's even close. And he's far more popular than The Rock, and that probably upsets The Rock. And he is 6'3", 215 pounds, and I think The Rock is a little intimidated by the physique of one Donald J. Trump, the MAGA king. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later.